This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Voldemort back here with another episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. In an alternate reality, our character kept bugging the bounty hunter KotOR till he just killed us in a fight almost without any effort. Let's be smarter than our alternate version of ourselves, shall we? Let's just leave him alone. Yes, like I said in the previous episode, if you bug KotOR and he does the count to 3, he will outright destroy you. Now, it's not a case of he's got invulnerability. He's just a really high level. So, it's like not even fair, but that's the point. The whole fight with him is dictated by these 3 doofuses who wouldn't leave him alone. So, anyway, since they're out, let's, well, we steal their medipack. There we go. By the way, off screen, before I did that again, I went back and won some Pizzazz games for the guy in the Upper Terrace Cantina just to kind of finish that out off screen. If you beat him 4 times in a row, he accuses you of cheating and says, I won't play with you anymore. When I go back to do the dueling arena, I'll show you his dialogue when he does that, but we're going to not do that for now. Also, when I went back to the underground, some 2 groups of black Vulkars were waiting for me just as soon as I stepped out of the elevator to get back to this place. Like, as soon as you go past the Sith, it was 2 groups of 3. The way I did that fight, I see I took some damage from that. I threw a grenade at the first group and had my encounter them, and had Karth range the other group while I was dealing with that. Didn't take too long at all, but thought I'd let you know that that happened, so I did get some experience from that. It didn't mean to. I forgot that they reappear, that the A group appears if you re-enter the underground. So, whoops. Anyway, let's get back to let's check out the Cantina and see if we can learn more about the fate of Bastila and perhaps interacting with either Davik or those swoop gangs about what happened.
I can't wait.
Nope.
Have a new engine that's gonna...
Now, remember someone telling us to contact Zax when he said about yeah, it says the same thing. Let's talk to this guy, see what he has to say. But yeah, we need to find Zax in here because apparently someone says he might know some things. But anyway, let's talk to oh yeah, Karth. When I was running back from getting the I also went to go buy the detonator from that one lady, so that's also why I went back as well. So got that out of the way from the shopkeep. But a message popped up. Karth wanted to talk to me. So before we go on with anything, let's talk to our companion here.
Yes,
see what he has to
what's
say.
on your mind?
Do you know anything about this place?
Well, the planet's all one big city, but it's...
Oh, I
From
already
what
asked
I
him
hear,
that before.
the wealthy...
I thought
Well,
for
that's all I can
some
think
reason
of.
I thought he'd say something about the Cantina. Never mind. Anyway, can I ask you more
I
questions?
guess I did say you could ask me questions later, didn't I? Is this really necessary?
Just like to know you better and answer the damn questions already. Not if you have a problem
No,
with it.
I don't have a problem with it, really. Go ahead and interrogate me.
Excellent, suit. All your secrets would be mine. Sometimes being a jerk is the greatest. This is an interrogation. I've never
No,
said
I was
that.
just joking. Though you do seem to be full of questions. It's rather refreshing, to be honest. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened, from your perspective.
I'm surprised Karth is joking. Karth is like a cardboard box in this game. Like, he's pretty plain. So when he actually makes a joke, that's pretty crazy. Let's see. He wants to ask me about, like I said, asked me I don't have a point. Wasn't in position to really know what's going on. Like you said, when we first met, Bastila didn't have time to use her powers, right?
True. Bastila is as powerful as they say. She's the one who defeated Darth Revan, after all. I guess that no Jedi ability, no matter how powerful, makes up for being completely surprised and outmatched. We didn't choose that battle anyway. It got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
Why are you accusing me of something? I'm a scout. I was recruited in the fleet for my skills, if you must know. I'm a scout. Of course, that's the class we chose. If you say if you're a soldier, he'll just say I'm like an official member of the Republic Army because you're a soldier. If you're a scoundrel, I think they said something about, I don't know if you say you're a scoundrel. You might say I have many skills and I'm good at getting things done, stuff like that. But you might say, I think you call yourself a smuggler actually. But yeah, I'm a scout. Why? I was hired to help out the Republic, and they need my skills. I get paid for it, right?
Well, that makes sense. Still, it seems a bit strange that someone who was a last-minute addition to the crew roster is one of the survivors.
Wait, what, you think I sabotaged it? I didn't do nothing. Man, Karth, you're pretty paranoid. Really, that wasn't. That's so odd about me. What's so odd about that? Are you playing I had something to do with the crash?
No. Well, maybe. Don't get me wrong, it just seems odd that someone Bastila's party specifically requested to transfer aboard happens to survive.
Wait, Bastila requested me? It doesn't make any difference. Going to be paranoid. Have no idea what you're talking about. Why'd Bastila request my transfer?
The Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board. I mean, hell, they practically took over the ship as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, or whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing, I know. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value ever, and I hate surprises.
I don't mind surprises. It makes life a little bit interesting. Should we be trying to work together? I'll tell you, it had nothing to do with the crash. What do you mean by surprises?
I mean, I have to expect the unexpected, just to be safe.
Fine, let's just bet the mission. You do know we're the same team. Try something. That'll be the last mistake you made if you want to be aggressive. I like how in Jade Empire, this kind of like they had an improved engine of this game that BioWare did, is that you'll actually get facial expressions when you choose angry or humorous responses. Not so much in this game, but I thought that was something worth mentioning. Are you always this suspicious?
Look, it has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone, and I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things?
I consider this
all right,
important.
all right. You're pretty damn tenacious. You know that? We'll talk about it, but later. Right now, I just want to get going.
Yeah, I want to know all your secrets, just like that evil response did. I want to know why you're paranoid and all that. There must be some story behind it. But anyway, it's not to this man while we've been wasting his time.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. I don't normally go for these alien girls, but I've had some bad experiences with my own species lately. Maybe it's time for a change. Know what I mean?
I could agree with that. If you're not hitting it off with your own kind, look to someone else. Ooh, so this is the guy that had the bounty on Dia's head, huh? Who are you?
My name's Holden. Maybe you've heard of me. I work for Davik Kang.
You work for Davik?
I'm one of his top couriers. Davik's always sending me off planet to deliver and bring back packages. He knows he can trust me to follow my orders to the letter. Plus, I used to be an intergalactic customs agent, so I know all the tricks they use to catch smugglers. That gives me the edge I need on my courier runs.
Yeah, you're pretty open about what you do.
It's not like it's some big secret. It's kind of hard for Davik to keep a low profile when he belongs to a big intergalactic crime syndicate like the Exchange.
Do you think Davik could get me off Terrace? They did mention something about the Exchange having a ship on Bay.
Davik's ship is the
on,
fastest
point.
one in the entire quadrant. But even the Ebonhawk can't get off Taurus until the quarantine is lifted. The Sith fleet has the planet surrounded. Any ship leaving orbit without proper access codes will be disintegrated by the Sith auto-targeting laser cannons. And those codes are locked safely away in the military base. Davik's pretty upset about it. His smuggling operation isn't making any money. But even with his underworld connections, he can't get his hands on those codes.
So we need that ship and those codes, huh? Interesting. Alright. I'll be
Fine
going.
by me. That means I get...
Okay, now I want to save it really quick, because we're going to talk to Holden about that bounty on Dia's head. And you know, every time you have a conversation about that, possibly persuasion comes up. Who knows? But we're gonna encounter him and see if we can.
This must.
Oh, sorry. This can't. Can't see I'm watching the dancing girls. I've never been to a strip club, folks. So I don't know if that's actually what it's supposed to be like. But anyway, let's. Actually, are there any more questions?
I don't want to waste my time answering a bunch of questions. I'm here to have a few drinks, watch the dancing girls, and enjoy myself. I've got to be mentally ready. Davik's got an assignment for me off planet as soon as the quarantine ends.
Ooh. Anyway, true, in real life, anyone would say, please stop bugging me, I want to watch these strippers or whatever. Although they're not strippers in this game, they're dancers because they're not doing anything more than just dancing. But you get the point. Anyway, are you guys who got the bounty on
You
Dia's
hear
head?
about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the bounty office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. That wench tried to cut me with her vibro blade.
Dude, you abused her and you try to force yourself on her. Guess what? Someone's gonna... At some point, someone goes no means no and then kicks you in the nuts. Well, let's ask for his side of the story. You know, there's always two sides of the same coin. Can't completely go down to him. Why would she
Because
cut you?
she's crazy. She started screaming that I was making advances, and the next thing I know, she's coming at me with a knife.
Yeah, right. Sounds to me like she was defending herself.
And I admit I was drunk. Maybe I got a little fresh. But it was no big deal. She didn't have to cut me.
Maybe a bit extreme, but, you know, you got you to stop, didn't you? Didn't it? So,
Hey,
sounds like you got what you
weren't
deserved.
there. She totally overreacted.
I don't want the bounty on her head removed, jackass.
What? I can't do that. Think how it would look. I work for Davik. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. I can't let her get away with this. There has to be payback. Although, I do feel a little guilty about all this. Dia's a good-looking gal. It'd be a shame to kill her. Tell you what, I'll take 200 credits in exchange for lifting the bounty.
God, being nice is a pain in the butt. So you can just straight up pay the credits if you want to be light side but don't have persuasion. You can persuade him, or you could threaten him. Or you could get Dia to pay the credits. I think she does, or it's not the nicest way to do it. Basically, you taking care of it without having to bug her about it is the best way to go for light side points. If you want to be dark side and still be good, you know, threaten him with that. If you hire someone to kill Dia, it would look like you weren't man enough to do it yourself. So let's try persuade. Fingers crossed I have enough persuasion.
If I let her get
Dang
away
it.
with it, I'll look even worse. She's got to pay, either with her life or 200 credits to buy my forgiveness.
Now, since I'm doing the... since I'm doing this type of run, I'm going to reload it till the persuade option works. I know, folks, it's probably not the most effective way you're supposed to play this game. You should be playing Scoundrel if you're going to do this, but by God, I upgraded Persuade, and I'm going to make sure to use it. So I'll be right back when Persuade actually works on
Fine
this
by
man.
me.
So give me just a second, folks. I'll be right back. Okay, greetings, salutation, or why did I do the intros? I'm back. I've been trying to save Scum his response for like quite a long time now, and I can't get it to work, so it must be a really low percentage to convince him at my level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this, I'm going to put a pin in this quest and come back to it when I've gained another level and put another point to persuade, and I should be, hopefully that should be enough to actually convince him. So hello, it's like we got another cutscene.
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like bantha poodoo.
Little girl should not be in a bar. This place, no place for little girl. The little girl smart. She ran away home now.
Who you calling little girl, Chuba face?
Little girl needs lesson in manners.
Just a sec, boys. Zalbar, a little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects.
Mission, I'm busy. They just brought my food.
Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
We want no trouble with Wookie. Our problem with you, little girl.
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Little girl lucky she has big friend.
Dang, a Wookiee. We haven't seen them yet in this game. Ah, if everyone remembers, you know, the famous Wookiee from Star Wars, well, they're prominent in Knights of the Old Republic as well. Hooray! Ah, Chewie. Too bad you're not Chewie. But Zalbar, probably not as interesting as Chewie, but then again, Chewie doesn't have much in the movies either, so there you go. Anyway, we see Zalbar in Mission. Apparently they've gotten harassed. Maybe they know some information. Apparently they're prominent about this bar, so let's always save it before any new conversation. You never know. Let's see if they know anything about the swoop gangs or Bastille or anything like that.
Why you bothering me?
Hey, relax Relax, Big Z. No need to be rude. Sorry about that. But Wookiees ain't much for conversation, you know?
Oh, yeah, no. Let the Wookiee win and
Say,
all that.
I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee.
I guess so. That's weird. Twi'lek who speaks Galactic base. Except I think we ran across someone, Twi'lek, that spoke basic earlier, I think. But, maybe I'm wrong. Hey, we speak the same
It's not
language.
that strange. Most aliens can speak basic. They just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Terrace, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkars, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Veo, and this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe. But if there's anything else you need...
Well, some of the nicer people we run across this whole world, and it's a big furry monkey and a teenage Twi'lek. Hooray! How do a Wookiee and a Twi'lek street urchin end up as best friends?
We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team.
Sounds like an RPG, or sounds like a D&D group dynamic to me. Can I ask you guys some questions?
Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Terrace, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the Lower City gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord.
We already ran across Calo Nord, but in one form or another. But let's ask her about Davik.
Davik's part of the Intergalactic Crime Syndicate, but I guess everyone knows that. But I hear he's got a new ship for his smuggling operations, the Ebon Hawk. I don't know much about space travel, but I hear that ship's fast enough to break the Sith blockade. Of course, this is all just secondhand rumor.
Where would he keep it, do you know?
If Davik does have a ship, he's got it locked up in his estate. Nobody gets in there, except the people working for Davik and the Exchange.
So we need to find someone who's familiar with Davik. We've run across quite a few people, but no one that we really want to work with. So we need to keep that in hand. So we need to get access to the Ebon Hawk, either talking to Davik or the Exchange, and we need the codes to get past the blockade, because the blockade could take anywhere from like months to years. So we got a couple of objectives we've unlocked now, or at least that we're aware of. Let's ask her about the lower gangs.
There's only two gangs worth worrying about here in the lower city. The Black Bulkers and the Hidden Becks. Sometimes Zalbar and I hang out at the Beck base. The Becks are led by Gadden Thek. He's a good guy. Lost his sight in a swoop bike accident a few years ago, but even blind, he's a great leader. Not like that traitor Brezhik. Before he took over the Vulkars, he was a Hidden Beck. Gadden considered that ungrateful space slug his adopted son.
Huh, so you know the Hidden Becks. I wonder if she could get us to talk to them. Maybe they know about what about the pods that dropped down here. They probably were one of... They said the swoop gangs were part of the people who might have salvaged those pods, so... Why did Brezhik lead the Hidden Becks?
When Gadden went blind, everyone figured he'd step down and appoint Brezhik in his place. But Gadden figured Brezhik wasn't ready yet. He wanted him to wait a few years. But Brezhik was too impatient. He left to join the Vulkars, and ever since, he's been waging a war to wipe Gadden and his Becks from the face of Terrace. This gang war in the lower city is totally the Vulkars' fault. They're the ones killing everything that moves out on the streets. It's like they've gone insane.
So basically, he created his own gang because he was a whiny little kid. He didn't get the power he deserved. Huh. Sounds about right. Tell me about Calo Nord.
Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him. He hangs around Zack's bounty office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All the postings there are small time, way beneath a bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Calo's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the Exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock.
Calo Nord kills people for talking to him. Yeah, we've seen that firsthand. Well, thanks for all that information, Mission. You seem like a nice person.
You going? Yeah, this dive is pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go.
But I haven't finished eating.
Can't you think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the Beck base.
We may be able to use, if we can find the Beck base, we may be able to use her name to maybe get it in if we need to talk to them. Not quite yet, but we definitely need to consider it. So we meet the Wookiee Zalbar and Mission Vow, the Twi'lek street urchin. I wonder if we'll run into them again someday. Who knows? It's a big world out there. What do you want, human? You've come to stay like others here on Taris? You think we are strange? You're a freak. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Okay, you're not here to offend me. What do you want then? I came to stare at the freak. I just want to ask some questions. Questions? What kind of questions? What planet are you from?
You couldn't say it and don't have the ears for it. 2 voices create the name and 4 ears hear the true sound. But your kind words would call our home Sorgus, a small world far off from parallel any trade route. What kind of creature are you? In your one-voice tongue, you would call us a Paradwog. What can you tell me about your homeworld? Talking about our homeworld only makes this quarantine more difficult to bear. Forgive us, human, but we do not wish to be reminded of it. Unless your other head doesn't say much. Nothing that you would hear, at least. Oh. I think that's it. What do you know about terrorists? Nothing. We only stopped here to get supplies from the Sith attack. They imposed a quarantine on all ships that landed on Terrace. Now we are stuck here in a world that hates non-humans. Not a good place to be. Well, that was interesting. Good. Leave us alone. We just want the quarantine so go back home. Yeah, that's a NPC just to learn more about a random alien race in the game. So, all right. Well, let's keep going. No generic name dudes. Don't need to talk to them because, well, there's no point. What's this? Is this the bounty hunter office? Ah, Zax. Yes, we need to talk to him, see if we can get some extra money. Although bounty hunting is a little more aggressive work as opposed to being a scout or working for Jedi. But you know, you got to get that money somehow. So let's see what jobs this guy has to offer. I've not seen you here before, human. You are new to the bounty hunter office, yes? My name is Zax. I'm the one in charge. Are you looking for work? There are many bounties available here, legal or otherwise, but they all pay well. Or are you here for information? Everyone knows I'm one of Davik's best agents. I'm to help with all the answers. Granny said I should speak to you about the rat ghouls here. Oh, I don't have that anyway, so it doesn't matter. You work for Davik? Not officially, no. I work for the bounty office, but Davik pays me to keep my eyes open and report to him, and for me to post his bounties. Davik posts bounties in a government office? Is that even legal? I used to have to keep our relationship secret, but since the Sith arrived, no one cares what happens in the lower city. Davik can do whatever he wants. But enough talk. Back to business. This is the bounty office, so we should talk bounties. Are you looking for information? Let's see what bounties are available. There's 2 government contracts. One's on an assassin named Selvin, the other's Bendek Starkiller. He's a famous deathmatch duelist. Between them, they killed hundreds of people.
I can't see anything wrong with getting rid of people like that, as long as we don't end up on the list of their victims.
But not all the bounties are dangerous. Davik's got some special ones. One's for a girl named Dia. She attacked Holden, one of Davik's men. Another for a man named Margo who owes Davik money.
Okay, I don't know about Davik's special contracts. Justice is one thing, but doing a crime lord's dirty work is something else.
And then there's Matrick. He used to work for Davik, then he betrayed the exchange, and now Davik wants him dead. I'll put all the information in your data pad. We've taken care of a couple of them already. Diaz we haven't taken care of because we can't convince the guy otherwise because I guess I'm too low level. I could swear you could persuade him, but maybe the percentage is just so low it's like such a rare chance I'd rather not. I'd rather gain it all level than mess with it again. So let's see. Davik's bounty sound like contract killings. Davik works for the exchange. They don't play games. If you don't play your debts, you betray them or you attack them, they get even. People bring Davik's bounties on themselves. Anyway, if you don't like them, you don't have to take them. Collect the other bounties, government contracts. Those people are worthless killers. They need to be stopped. So Bendek Starkiller is considered a murderer for what he does. Unfortunately, we're not good enough to fight him yet. We still need to beat Ice at our current level can be beaten. Marl, I suggest being one more level higher. He and Twitch are about at the same difficulty. Bendak, I would suggest being at least level 6. or 7 before we encounter Bendek Starkiller. But keep that in mind before we do some of the final missions on this planet, because it's not a spoiler that we're trying to leave. You know, I mean, it's a quarantine. How do I collect the credits for these missions? It's simple. You find people, you kill them, you tell me. I pay you. I know everything that's going on, Terra, so if you kill one of them, let me know. I want to know more details on the bounties. All the information is in your datapad already, but if you don't want to look, then I guess I can fill you in. Who do you want to know more about? About the assassin, Selvin. Selvin's a government bounty. She's a very dangerous woman. When she started, she was just another killer working for Davik. Then she began freelancing to the highest bidder. One day, she killed 6 citizens in the street, and their bodyguards, too. They were all Olgos, a powerful merchant family with many enemies. Selvin was hired to kill off the whole family. She's very good at her job. Each day, more Olgos died, poisoned at home, shot down in the streets. Guards and droids couldn't protect them. After a month, there were no Olgos left on Terrace. No one. Not one. Did they ever find out who hired Selvin to kill them all? It was never proven, but after the Olgos were all dead, the Organa family demanded the government put out a contract on Selvin. They said no one was safe as long as Selvin was still free. But the Organa family were powerful rivals of the Olgos. Some think they were the ones who hired Selvin. Then they tried to have bounty hunters kill her to keep the secrets from coming out. But Terrace politics aren't your concern. You're just a bounty hunter. You kill Selvin, you get the credits. That's the only important thing, right? True, I guess. What about Starkiller? We've seen him, but Bendek's a government contract. He's a legend here on Terrace. He started out as a duelist in the Upper Cantina. He never lost, but he only fought death matches. He's killed hundreds in his day. Then the death matches got banned. Duel rings switched to non-lethal combat, but Bendek wasn't ready to retire. He kept dueling on the illegal underground circuit. He kept killing people. Finally, the government had no choice but to put a bounty up on his head. But Bendek's a big folk hero, so not too many try to collect. Those who do all wind up dead anyway. And by the way, you have to beat, and we know this from before, but we have to beat all the duelists to even fight Bendek. Otherwise, he won't even consider it. So, there you go. What about Dia? Dia is one of the Davik's private bounties. She used to be a waitress in the cantina here until he had a fight with Holden. She got him with her Viper braid. Almost killed him. That was a mistake. Holden works for Davik. He's not one to let her get away with that. But when he was recovering in the medical bay, he put out a bounty on Dia. She's been hiding ever since. We'll get rid of that eventually. I get a feeling there's more to that story, which we know. Maybe. Doesn't really matter to me. I get the bounty for Davik's men. I don't ask questions. You can talk to Holden if you want to know more. He's inside the cantina. Alright. Yeah, we'll fix that as soon as we can get the charisma for it. Like I said, if you don't want to mess with it, nothing wrong with paying the 200 credits and just getting it out of the way. Just, you know, you have to be a little bit more thrifty with your spending if you're going to do stuff like that. Tell me about this merchant Largo. Actually, now that I think about it, the bounty's no longer on the table. Davik told me Largo's bounty's off the table. Did you just repeat yourself? I guess the merchant came in with the credits. Don't bother with that one anymore, human. Yeah, we took care of that one already. I just talked to him to make sure to get rid of that bounty off of the, Alright, and the other one is, Metric, and we just have to give him the detonator. I think we actually get the... No, we don't get the credit for that one either, do we? Because of how it works out. But we just have to give him the detonator, and we'll clear that one out. Davik is very interested in this bounty. Matrick used to work for Davik. He was important. He wasn't important, but he was there a long time. He knew lots of things that it was wise to keep quiet about. Then one day he betrayed Davik. He went to the Terrace authorities and testified in trials against the exchange. Lots of people were arrested. Davik's operation shut down for a while. It cost Davik thousands and thousands of credits to get business back on track. And he's lost lots of good people. Of course, he's not about to let Metric get away with it. But didn't the government protect Metric after the trials? They hid Metric for a while, but when the Sith took over, they shut down the witness protection program. It's expensive, and the Sith didn't care if Metric died. Huh, well, like I said, we just give him the detonator and that'll clear out that little bounty. Okay, we'll see. We don't really care about the Rakul Steamer because we're not going to give it to him anyway. Do you have any information? I have information, but it's not free. For free, I'll tell you everything you want to know about the street games, Davik's, other stuff, but first you have to come up with 100 credits. We don't really need to because, I mean, a lot of this stuff we'll find out anyway, so, you know, we don't do business. Davik pays me to earn credits, not to answer questions. If you don't pay, then I don't talk. Maybe you take some bounties, earn some money, then you can afford to pay for my information. You're happy, I'm happy. Davik gets his out, and it works out for everyone. Yeah, we already know about that, so we'll talk to them later. So yeah, we got a few information, things we need to know about. So anyway, let's talk to some of the other people hanging around here. Maybe they have some, maybe there's some other quests, or we could just poke our nose into their business. You know, why not? We're the hero of a Western, actually even a JRPG, so it's the same thing. So, what do these people have to offer? Can we clear out the rest of the bounties? And will we ever finally figure out where Bastila Shan is after all this time? Find out that and more on the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and may the Force be with you.